15 reasons why more and more people are interested in spirituality. Welcome to Spirita Vivo. More and more people are interested in self-realization and using spiritual practices. If one begins to occupy oneself with spiritual things and confides in his fellow men about it, who do not go this way, sometimes reaps no positive feedback. I would like to know for myself and my interlocutors what advantages it can bring if one occupies oneself with spirituality. What would these advantages be?
Is it meaningful to be concerned with spiritual things? People have always been interested in religiosity and spirituality in some way since early history. But then, interest exploded when, in 2006, Australian author Rhonda Byrne published her book, and later that year, the film of the same name, The Secret. Interest in spiritual topics increased extraordinarily after the publication of The Secret. A broad public became aware of spiritual concepts. People recalled the wisdom of many spiritual scholars such as Hermes Trismegistus, Wallace D. Wattles, Charles F. Haanel, Prentice Mulford, and James Allen, some of whom had been forgotten. The book and the film inspired many people to change their lives and think more positively. In today's podcast, we want to show why it makes sense to engage in spiritual methods and gain benefits from the application of various practices. Of course, this is a very individual matter. Some people are open to spiritual concepts, and others are not. But even an atheistic, purely pragmatic person under considerable stress in their daily professional life may recognize the good of a yoga or meditation session, which is ultimately spiritual practice. Today, we would like to introduce you to 15 spiritual concepts and what benefits you can derive from them. Let's get started. Number 1. Acknowledgement of a higher power. Spiritual people are always aware that a higher power watches over all of us and stands by us protectively, even in difficult moments of life. A higher power guides us, gives us the wisdom to make difficult decisions, and steers our lives in the right direction. Spiritual people think and act knowing that this depends on the degree of their firm conviction and enlightenment, and therefore strive for perfection. The higher power you can recognize in God, regardless of religion, or in the universe, in the higher self, in the omnipotent power. You can call it whatever you like. It is the same. Number 2. The universe knows the way. Spiritually minded people know that the higher power, the universe, has a natural order and balance that maintains itself. You can open yourself to this natural flow and surrender to the path that leads to our highest destiny. This path can help us rely on our intuition and free us from fears and doubts. We can live in harmony with the world and develop our full potential. Number 3. Love. The universe is full of love. Many spiritual traditions say that the universe is permeated with love and compassion. We can feel this love and let it carry us, filling us with deep inner joy and peace. It helps open our hearts and connect with ourselves and others. Number 4. Trust. The universe gives us what we need. When we trust God, the higher self, the universe, we can be sure we will have everything we need to achieve our goals and realize our dreams. We don't have to worry about missing out or not having enough. By learning to trust and surrender to the universe, we can live a life full of abundance and take ourselves to a deeper understanding and being. Number 5. Wisdom. The universe is full of wisdom. The universe is full of infinite wisdom and knowledge that can help us develop our insight and experience. When we open ourselves to the universe and surrender to it, we learn to understand ourselves better and develop our abilities and talents. By relying on and offering this wisdom, we can live a life full of meaning, depth, and connection. Number 6, the interconnectedness of all things. Spiritual people understand that everything in the world is interconnected and that every action we take impacts the whole. Through this notion, our awareness of our actions and choices is heightened, and we strive to direct our activities in ways that consider all beings' well-being. We can feel more connected to other people, animals, plants, and nature, and strive to strengthen and protect that connection. By being aware that everything in the world is interconnected, we can live a life based on compassion, caring, and mutual respect. Number 7, forgiveness. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of forgiveness. People who believe in God, the universe, the higher self, can be confident that they are loved and accepted despite their faults and weaknesses. We can open ourselves to forgive others and forgive ourselves. This practice can help us heal our relationships with others and heal ourselves. We can trust that we will always have another chance to improve our lives and make our way. Number 8, gratitude. Spiritual people are grateful for everything they have in life. The universe is centered on abundance and prosperity, and gratitude is a way to acknowledge and attract that abundance and prosperity. By engaging in gratitude, we can focus on the positive in our lives and recognize the beauty and importance of the little things. Let's focus on what we have, rather than what we lack. This practice helps us focus on our goals and dreams and build our lives in a way that is based on positivity, appreciation, and fulfillment. Number 9, meaningfulness. The pursuit of meaningfulness is a component of many spiritual traditions. Many ask themselves, what is the deeper purpose and meaning in my life? Why am I here? Many people are searching for a higher meaning in their lives and share the realization that God, the universe, can help them achieve it. They may rely on the fact that there is a higher meaning and purpose in everything they do, and that their lives are part of a larger plan. Spiritual seekers of meaning rely on this higher power and strive to align their actions with it. In doing so, they find a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. Number 10, karma. The concept of karma states that every action has consequences that can come back to us. Spiritual persons focus on doing good because they believe this will help attract positive energy and good karma into their lives. Through their actions, they strive to help others and make the world a better place. On the other hand, they try to avoid negative karma. They consciously pay attention to their actions and do not want to harm others. Through an awareness of the concept of karma, spiritual people can live their lives more consciously and have a positive effect on the world around them. Number 11, energy. Many spiritual believers know of energy, whether in prana, chi, or other conditions. They also understand that everything in the world is made of energy, that energy is constantly in motion, and that the body, mind, and our environment are permeated with energy. They learn to sense and direct their energy to achieve higher consciousness and spiritual insight. Number 12, the self. Spiritual practitioners understand that the self is more than just physical corporeality. They believe in a higher self, a soul transcending the physical body. They strive to recognize and develop their higher self to reach their full potential and live in harmony with the universe. In doing so, they gain a deeper understanding of life and their role in the world. Number 13, compassion. The concept of compassion. Spiritual humans understand that love and compassion are basic human needs and that we all require connection and community. They practice compassion and love as part of their spiritual path. It is about developing empathy and understanding for others and helping to alleviate their suffering. Spiritual persons often know that we are all interconnected and that the suffering of others is also our suffering. Through compassion and loving actions, they help to create a better world and alleviate the pain of others. Number 14. Reincarnation. Many spiritual traditions believe in reincarnation. Reincarnation states that the soul does not die after death but continues to live in another body, thus embarking on a new life journey. The soul's goal is to learn and grow in each incarnation, to eventually reach the highest form of being. Many spiritual people believe that karma from past lives is acted out in this incarnation, and that their actions in this life can influence karma for future images. Number 15. Silence and retreat. Spiritual practices include times of silence and retreat to find a deeper connection to oneself and the universe, as well as inner peace and clarity. We can turn our attention inward and quiet the mind through meditation, yoga, tai chi, or other practices. These moments of stillness can help us detach from external distractions and negative thoughts and focus on our inner selves. The retreat can also mean withdrawing from certain people, situations, or environments that are not good for us to focus our energy and attention on positive experiences and people. These are just a few of the many concepts and themes that can be relevant to spiritual practitioners. However, it is important to emphasize that each person has a unique spiritual path, and that the issues and practices may vary from person to person. Our conclusion today: through spiritual practices such as meditation and yoga, spiritual people can learn to calm down and find inner peace and serenity. That can help reduce stress and improve overall well-being. Spiritual practices can help people connect with themselves more deeply and understand themselves better. It can lead to a greater sense of self-acceptance and self-love. Spiritual individuals can learn to have a deeper connection with others and develop a sense of community and belonging. Many spiritual practices involve a connection to nature. They can cause one to understand better and link to the natural world. Through spiritual practices and studies, spiritual people can develop a deeper understanding of life and the world around them. They appreciate living at a higher level of consciousness. Decide for yourself if you are open to spirituality, if you are not already, and if the examples discussed could benefit your life. If today's podcast inspired you, feel free to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to never miss a new episode. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you, and see you soon on our channel.